Ladies and gentlemen, we are here in Heroes of the Storm to play a match with Chen Storm Stout. And for the first match, I feel like I want to go a little bit tanky. Now, you can do this a couple ways. You can go kind of a regeneration route. You can kind of go a shield route. In this case, I want to go for shields. So what I'm going to do for this build, we're going to start off with Regeneration Master. I'm going to pick that up because I feel that that's really useful for a tank when you're trying to be tanking regardless. Not only that, but it allows me some regeneration even while I'm using my shield. So I'm sitting there, I'll be drinking my brew, shielding myself, but I will also be getting health back from the constant health globes. At 4, I'll be going for Amplified Healing. This will synergize very well with Regeneration Master, and it will help if I have anyone in my team that is also a healer. I like this one very much for being tanky. Amplified Healing is one of those I like to take on most of my warriors, especially if I'm going with any other talents that might be healing. Now, because I have both Regeneration Master and Amplified Healing, Brewmaster's Balance is an ability that seems like it would be very, very useful, and it is. You could definitely use this to your advantage by putting down a couple abilities and just sitting at that regeneration threshold. The thing is, in the playstyle that I'm going to use, and the way I typically play anyway, is I drink a lot as Chen. I use those shields to my advantage as much as I possibly can. So what I want to do in this case is I'm just going to go ahead and get the bolder flavor and increase the shields. So that way while I'm drinking, I'm just going to be tanky and continue to be tanky. Since we're focusing on that, of course tanking, we're going to go Wandering Keg to push enemies away and for utility. But we're going to get the Fortifying Brew also shields allies around you. Now I could get, of course, the increased slow. That would be nice. That is more utility. But again, I want to be drinking a lot. I want to be there in the thick of things, and I want to shield my allies when I get that chance. So I feel this could be very useful. Moving on, we will be getting Combat Stance. So make the shields last longer so I can go in, drink, have longer shields when I go in to attack the enemy, and that gives me a little bit of breathing room. Alternatively, I could go Keg Toss at this point, because if I'm drinking a lot to begin with, I may not need the additional length on the shields. This is one I think we'll play by ear and see how it goes, see how the match goes. Because if I'm engaging constantly, I will want the additional shields. If not, if I'm drinking more than I'm engaging, I'll probably get something like Keg Toss to help the allies out. That'll be one we'll see in the match, but this is the general rule we'll be going by for this build. And of course, at 20, we'll be getting Untapped Potential to upgrade my ultimate. So let us get into the battle.
I bring pandemonium. Choose a talent.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Blackheart's Bay. We're going to try this again. Again, yes, I say again because, well, for some reason I'm having some piss poor luck with Chen. Seems like every time I don't record, I have a great match, and then when I do record, everything goes to hell. I can't figure it out. It's like I should always be recording, I suppose. It's just that I don't always feel like commentating. Well. So yeah, the matches have been terrible. Now, don't get me wrong. If they were just losses, I would still put them up. In fact, the first 2 matches I recorded, I had every intent of putting them up. And then, actually, I went on to record a couple Abathur matches. And then I thought to myself, after some really good Abathur matches, I said, well, you know, I really didn't like those 2 matches I had with Chen. It's not that they were losses, it was the nature of the losses. And just how poorly the game went overall. Like, it's like I felt like those videos, you wouldn't be able to come out with much, you know? Like, they weren't going to be great tools for showing off the character or learning the character or anything like that. And I figure we're going to try it again. See if we get some better luck this time around. So let's get ready to grab a chest here once they've taken the center. Alright, I will intercept here. Alright, let's go ahead and pull away, and Lily can heal. Alright, let's drink up. Oh, yes. Nice, very nice. Witch Doctor managed to trap them. Alright, I'm gonna go with Lily. Why can't I mount up? There we go. I'm hitting the wrong button. That's why I can't mount up. Go with Lily, protect her, so that we can try and get these coins. Looks like I can't tell who got the bottom. Let's go ahead and check. Looks like the enemy team did. Oh, missed. I've got help. He doesn't. Alright, let's do this. Amplified healing going in to get additional regeneration from those health globes I'm picking up. Wow, we actually had more than 10. That's a little unusual in the first turn. Oh, because the enemy team apparently got that right camp. So I'm just going to use my constant supply of mana to my advantage here. Just every time I get a chance, I put down some kind of damage source. Go over here. I just spam those two abilities, brew up. And if it were just me, this would work out great. It would just take a while, right? Because I could put down the brew, the fire, make them burn, drink up, and absorb their damage. I can basically get mercenary camps from level 1 doing that technique. It's very slow. Oh, it's very tedious. Don't get me wrong. But it is completely possible. Of course, with help, as you saw right there, it makes it much better. But you can solo. I'm going to go ahead and turn in some of these coins for now, so I'm not carrying a large sum. And then I'm going to go back up and I think push on this middle lane. Looks like Lily is kind of pushing with middle here too, which is great. Having a healer with me with amplified healing. Even though I fully intended to get amplified healing without a healer, just to get the regeneration increased from the tier 1. I mean, that was my main intent, but having a healer makes it even better because then they'll just do much more healing for me here. Oh, hello. Alright, let's go ahead and pull back. Let's get past him with a nice jump kick. Amplified healing works great because it also increases the healing of these fountains as well. As you can see, you get a ton of health from the fountains if you have the ability. Alright, kick! Alright, well if he's gonna get Brew, so am I. Kick, soak, fire. Got him. Alright, come on. Kick. Stop it, Illidan. Excellent. Alright, increase shields. So I can start tanking towers. Look at that. I'm tanking towers. I am tanking it! I am so tanky. Alright, I need to get out of here though. So when the cooldown's up, I'm going to go past that tower. Yeah, Nova's not going to be able to do enough damage to burst me down. So what I'll do in the meantime is take out Falstad, and Nova's just going to kind of sit there doing not much of anything. And then I guess I'll kill her. This is the power of getting the increased shields. Increase the maximum shield and 40%. I mean, it's just crazy. Alright. Let's help out. I don't think they need me. Looks like they're going to get that turn in without much issue. They've got 2 enemies down, so they don't really have much to worry about. But just in case, I want to get my way over there. Okay, very good. They don't need me. So I'm going to go ahead and grab another fountain. Get my health back up. I'm going to get the Wandering Keg. And you can see here I'm getting like 1,000 health from those shields. Now these two together are starting to do enough damage to be a concern. But as you can see, I was able to kind of make one run away. And that burning damage is going to kill Nova. Alright. So let's work on Falstad, who's now going to have to retreat. Illidan. Now, Illidan's a sustained assassin. So the truth of the matter is, I kind of was expecting him to do more damage to me, but he didn't. So you can see that my sustainability is much higher. Well, of course, the thing here is I don't think that's going to be a great indicator because we are 4 levels above the enemy now. So unfortunately, this is probably going to be a bad match in the other direction, right? I had a bunch of bad matches where my team just couldn't hack it, and now we're going to get this match where the enemy team is just going to do very poorly, unfortunately. I mean, they don't have a single kill to their name. I have been on both ends of this. I don't like it either way. The reason I don't like it is it's just not really that fun. I mean, well, okay, it is kind of fun at first. Sit here, just kind of stomp on them, take a bunch of guys out. Makes you feel really powerful, but it's not a great match. And you don't really learn anything from it. I think that's the downside. Is like when you struggle in a match, like if you get a victory and you really fight for that victory, you kind of learn from it. Jeez, they both have 7. That's yeah, this match is going to go very quickly. Now I'll probably go ahead and air this one, even though once again it's not a great match. Just kind of opposite from what I didn't turn in before. Okay, let's just go ahead and keg him. Alright, gonna shield through that. Putting shields on anyone nearby. Now you can see that any knockback will stop my drinking. Alright. Ooh, Illidan, 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 Illidan. But why would I show a match that's so one-sided in my favor as opposed to one that was one-sided against me? Well, it's not that I wasn't going to. And again, I do have had them recorded and was going to put them up. But in this case, I think I've got some pretty good examples of what you can do as Chen. Just right here off the bat, just showing the damages I'm absorbing with the talents I have. Now granted, at this point there's a very unfair level advantage, but prior to that I was still being fairly tanky by doing my Brew. And to be fair, one of the matches that I had that I recorded with Chen had us lose a guy and have a bot the entire time. And trust me, there is nothing interesting about watching a slow grind as the bot feeds and your team just slowly perishes.
Adventure awaits.
But I guess if we're here and we're going to show off a fairly quick match, might as well talk about something productive. And that is, I did make a slight error. Alright, let's see, can I do this? Hold on. Oh, wow. Abathur's here, too. I'm gonna tank 3 guys. None of them can stun me, so I'm just sitting here gaining shields. Oh, this is terrible. Shields last longer. Great. I'm gonna focus on Abathur. I feel like focusing on Abathur. I'm gonna be generous. Oh, phew. I'm just gonna tank all the damage that these things can put out. Hey, Murden. It's pretty bad. Alright, so I had stated in a video that the last stage of alpha testing is coming to a close with the game closing down for 2 weeks, or at least for a week. Over a week is what Blizzard has officially said. That is only partially true. I assumed that when the game went down that was going to be the end of alpha testing. Apparently the truth of the matter is when the game comes back up after the break that we're about to get, that is the end of alpha testing. So the last alpha phase will be when the game goes down and comes back up. And we're still in alpha after that, which really surprised me. I thought we were going to transition into beta because what they're doing is they're hooking up the back end to Battle.net. So we're going to have our friends list, people are going to be able to see when we're playing Heroes of the Storm. We're going to have all our BattleNet 2.0 capabilities in the game. And that's great, but that usually is indicator of alpha or at least beta status. But this is like the first time they've ever really given us a tech alpha, so I mean, it's very unprecedented, right? We don't really have... Alright, let's knock him around. I want to try and knock him away from his interest. No, I knocked him into it. What was that? Oh, jeez. An 12-minute match? Yeah. What I might do is go ahead and tag on, well, maybe one of the failed ones, I don't know. But you can kind of see just how tanky you are in that one. So yeah, going back to the idea of the alpha here, I really thought we were going to go into beta status, apparently not, so I really don't know what's going to happen there. They have stated that they're going to try and prevent any account wipes after this point, so I'm not sure what that means. I would assume they're still going to wipe at release, but wording has been kind of nebulous here as far as what their plans are as these stages. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that we've just never had a, never been through one of these very public technical alphas with Blizzard before. So I wanted to let you guys know that, what's going on, that I was wrong about it leaving alpha status as soon as it was. They released a expanded statement that said they're bringing it down and bringing it back up into the final alpha phase. But because they are hooking it up to BattleNet, I was right about one thing. They did state that they are going to be improving its connection to the servers, which means they're going to be inviting more people. So have a look out for that. This was a very, very quick match. With the tank, I mean, obviously we just completely owned face. They did not get a single kill. So I'll put this one up because it's more amusing. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. This has been Chen Storm Stout and the tanking build. I'll see you next time.